My ex-boyfriend was a psychopath who manipulated me using my autism, often sensory overloading me or making me feel worthless. When I found the strength to break up with him, he began harassing me. I didn't feel safe and got myself a Pitbull named Max for protection, who eventually saved my life. One night, my ex broke into my house with evil intentions, but before he could harm me, Max attacked him. I called the police and an ambulance, and my ex was sent to the hospital. However, the police told me that my dog might need to be put down. I felt this was extremely unfair and complained to the officers, but they said they had no power in the matter. I remember cuddling Max for the rest of the night, crying about what had happened and the possibility of losing him. After the terrifying home invasion, I couldn't leave the house. I only went outside to take Max to the vet to get tests done to prove he wasn't rabid. I didn't know what to do with the test results but kept them safe in case I needed them as evidence. Otherwise, I felt like a prisoner in my own home, constantly cuddling with Max, grateful for his protection. One morning, while sipping my tea, a loud knock on the door startled me. Max was immediately on alert, positioning himself between me and the door. My heart raced as I peeked through the peephole and saw the mailman. Relieved, I opened the door slightly to take the package and then closed it, trying to calm myself down. I knew I wasn't ready to leave the house for anything other than taking Max to the vet. Max sensed my stress and nuzzled my leg, comforting me. Weeks of this self-imposed house arrest made me feel isolated, so I reached out to my sister Jane for support. Instead of understanding, she refused to come over, fearing my wild rabid dog. We argued, and she demanded I put Max down, but I refused. Max had saved my life, and I couldn't believe my own sister would ask me to do something so cruel. Feeling more isolated, I called my parents. They came over immediately, and I retold everything. My mom was supportive, but my dad suggested that maybe Max could stay with someone else for a while, which I couldn't agree to. The tension was clear, but they promised to support me. In a last-ditch effort to make Jane understand, I asked her to meet me at a cafe. Terrified to leave the house alone, I faced my fear to salvage our relationship. At the cafe, I opened up to Jane about my relationship with my ex, how he made me feel worthless, isolated me from friends, and physically abused me. Jane was shocked and apologized for not knowing. I explained how Max protected me, and Jane finally understood. She apologized, and we hugged, beginning to mend our relationship. Meanwhile, my ex recovered in the hospital, and I pressed charges against him. During the legal process, I discovered he had rope, gasoline, and matches in his car the night he broke in. This realization terrified me, but looking at Max gave me the strength to continue. The day of my ex's sentencing, I felt a mixture of anxiety and determination. Jane was by my side. Seeing my ex in court, looking defeated, gave me a sense of empowerment. I gave my testimony, highlighting the items found in his car, and felt a weight lift off my shoulders. Jane's support made me feel stronger. Since then, I've grown as a person, learned to stand up for myself, and appreciate my bond with Max. Jane and I have mended our relationship, and she even visits now, understanding Max's role as my protector. Therapy helped me deal with the trauma, and I've regained my confidence. I'm grateful for Max every day, knowing we'll face any challenge together.